Hey everyone, I'm Olga, and today we are going to play My Café recipes and stories. In this video, I want to compare stylish equipment in different styles, so let's go! Here we are again in our cafe, and right now I want to make an experiment and to check how many tips stylish equipment can bring to us. And I'm also going to tell you some tips about the universal style and how it influences the tips as well. So I have arranged it so that we don't have any stylish furniture in our cafe, and I have actually installed the Grazia stands and bar counters and also wooden tables. And the carnival sofa, it's in universal style, and I also have left some items from the universal style from different events and the items that I purchased in the special offer, like the Dalmatian couch. And I'm going to compare all of the styles right now, so let's go. I have all equipment in the Northern Lights style, like all the stylish equipment for several cups and also all the stylish display cases, syrups and fridges and also the ice cream. So let's ask Fernando about the tips right now, and he tells me that the Northern Lights style gives me 208.38% tips. This sum is also very referential because it depends on the number of universal items, because they also influence the tips. For instance, we had that piano last weekend in our special offers. You could purchase them for 700 diamonds, which was actually very handy, especially if you had the personal task to spend diamonds. And I hear that there is going to be another white piano, so if you haven't purchased it, then you will have another chance to do that. But right now, let's remove it to the storage and check on the tips. And we remove it, and now we ask Fernando about the tips, and he tells us that the Northern Lights style gives us 207.83% tips. So you may probably want to purchase more universal items and to install them because they influence the tips as well. But we also have some items that we can get for free. And for example, let's remove that flamingo lamp to the storage. It actually lights on tap. But right now, let's remove it to the storage and also talk to Fernando. And he says that our tips also have deteriorated. Let's remove that couch also as well. I want to replace it with the leather couch. And now we see that the Northern Lights style gives us even less, 207.17% tips. Let's stay with this sum, and now let's experiment with the stylish equipment. Let's remove the cheapest stylish item. I think it's the tea. If you don't have it, then at initial levels, Fernando gives it to you for free, so you don't really have to spend much on it. And right now, let's ask Fernando how the tips have deteriorated, and he says that actually we have lost 0.1% tips, and let's take it back. And let's remove the most expensive stylish item, which is apparently the 3-cup blender. And let's talk to Fernando right now, and he tells me that, wow, actually the tips have deteriorated by more than 20%. So when you see the stylish equipment in the special offers, you may want to purchase it, especially when we sell it for gems. And also we have that equipment in the bank, and wow, right now when I have everything installed, I only see the Milky Way decoration. This is the furniture item. If you still have a long way to go, you need to purchase the stylish equipment. Usually you see the stylish items like display cases or syrups or 1-cup equipment, which you can purchase with the coins. Then the second item is usually a several cup equipment, which is sold for gems. And the third item is usually the decorations or the furniture, which is also sold for coins with the discount. So you may want to check on the bank and the daily special offers before you purchase something in the interior items. But right now we have finished the experiment with the Northern Lights. Let's take that 3-cup blender back, and let's remember those tips. Those are 207.17% tips. And let's compare it with another style, which I think is going to be Chinese style. And now look what I have. Actually, I have changed all the equipment for the Chinese style, and right now let's ask Fernando about the tips. 539.52% tips, which is quite decent, I think. Let's remove the tea machine. I also want to check it. Let's remove it to the storage, and now Fernando says that the Chinese style gives me 539.21% tips. It actually decreased by 0.3%, and in Northern Lights it decreased by 0.1%. So the Chinese style is definitely more profitable, but right now let's take take it back and I want to check on the 3-cup blender. I'm removing it to this storage and I talk to Fernando and he says that, wow, Chinese style gives me 465.59% tips, which is actually quite a lot. So now we see that the Chinese style is quite profitable in terms of tips, and I think we can proceed to the English style. That is such a nice combination of iguana flooring and English stylish equipment. And let's talk to Fernando about the tips, and he tells us that the English style gives us 362.3% tips, which is actually less than in Chinese style, but more than in the Northern Lights. Let's remove this stylish tea to the storage and let's compare the tips right now. The tips have decreased by 0.2% tips. Now let's take it back and let's remove this 3-cup stylish blender. When we remove it, the tips have decreased by actually 49%, which is quite a lot. So the range of stylish equipment in the English style is from 0.2% tips till 49% tips. Now let's probably proceed to Loft style. And now we have Loft style, and wow, I have never seen so beautiful fridges. I actually like them most of all. But let's talk to Fernando about the tips. Just 239.39% tips. Oh, I feel so sad about that. But let's actually remove the tea machine and check out on the tips. Actually, the tips have really deteriorated by 0.1% tips, just like in the Northern Lights. Yeah, not really a lot. Let's take it back and let's remove this stylish 3-cup blender. And let's talk to Fernando again, and he tells us that the tips have deteriorated by 30% actually. Now it's 209.36% tips. So this is what we get. Actually, this puts Loft to the second from the bottom. Now we have only 2 most profitable styles left, and let's check out on France. And now we have everything in French style, and just take a look at that. Actually, guys, when all the equipment is in one style, it always looks good, especially when it's complemented by stylish furniture, though usually it's vice versa. We buy the furniture and then we start supplying the equipment. But right now, let's talk to Fernando about the tips. And he says that the French style gives us 748.96% tips. This is bigger than in Chinese style actually, and so far it's the most profitable style. Now let's remove the tea equipment and let's talk to Fernando again. And he says that actually the tips decreased by 0.4% tips, I guess. Now we have 748.53% tips. But I'm more interested in what will happen if we remove the blender. Let's remove it, and now let's talk to Fernando. Wow, I didn't expect that. Actually, the tips have decreased by 100%. Now we have only 645% tips. This is actually a lot, so you may want to consider that blender actually, though it is really so expensive, so check out the special offers for that. Now we have the final one, the American Retro, which is considered to be the most profitable one, and I can't wait to show it to you. And finally we have that American Retro, and let's talk to Fernando about the tip. And actually American style gives us 829.51% tips. So now let's remove the tea machine, and the tips have decreased by 0.5% tips, I guess. Now it's 829.04% tips. Let's take it back. Let's remove the blender. It's interesting how many tips it can bring. Wow, 110%? It's 714.01% tips. That's a lot, guys. And actually, in the end, we have the same situation that we have with the furniture. So the American Retro is the most profitable. Then we have France, then Chinese style, then it's England, Loft, and the Northern Lights at the bottom. The only thing is that the stylish equipment always costs the same sum in different styles. So now it's up to you to choose what you want to buy. I also remind you that we are working on the tips in different styles because we want to make them even in all of the styles. Our experiment is finished and I hope you have enjoyed it. Well, and thank you so much for playing with me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, then please put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and let's play together. Don't forget to click the bell to get all the news and tips about the game from my videos. I have also chosen 5 best comments under my previous video and the list of the winners is right here. Guys, thank you so much. The pin gift will be sent to you in your in-game mail. If you also want a pin gift, please leave a comment below this video on YouTube and tell me what stylish equipment do you have and how many tips it brings to you. I will choose 5 best comments by next Friday, so don't forget to leave your player ID. This is a combination of numbers in the bottom right corner of the game settings. Till then, have fun in the game and see you next time. Bye bye!